Here, they're all the same. So this is goldenrod. Goldenrod. Goldenrod, and it'll get up to about 6 feet high, and it has a beautiful yellow flower on the top. And it is very highly medicinal. And a lot of people think that they're allergic to goldenrod when they're usually not. So there's another plant, goldenrod. I'm not sure if it's out yet, but ragweed blooms at the same time as goldenrod, and it's usually the ragweed. Not a beautiful goldenrod.
Hey, what's Bucky?
Something that was hungry. I don't know. I haven't smelled that in my yard. So, goldenrod is like a strawberry. And it's really big, too, because for some we didn't get that for a while. Yes. Oh, okay. So let me just tell you all about goldenrod. Before I jump ahead. Yeah. So the American Indians use the root of goldenrod for burns, and then the flowers, when it comes up in August, July and August, they use it for fevers and for snake bites. And in Germany, in Germany they're very highly evolved in terms of using medicinal plants. And in Germany, this plant is used as a diuretic for urinary tract infections and also for treating urinary and kidney stones. So I think what the flower looks like. Yeah, the this plant right here is so long. Is that one there? Yeah, right here.
That's the same as solidated.
Sure. Yes. That's it. Yeah. Good for you. That's the Latin name. Oh. Yeah, it's what Florence calls it. Okay, let's see. That other plant, and it has a little pea as its seeds. Okay, but this is not edible. Don't eat it. This is not edible. This is probably escape. This is used as a ground cover crop. So a lot of the times in the wintertime here, they'll plant vetch and different, I forget what else they use. Clover, like there's different ones that they'll plant, and then they'll till them back under, and then it fixes nitrogen in the soil. So this has got a little purple flower to it, and we may see some more of it. But this one is not edible, even though it has that little pea thing. A month and a half, those will be the swamp dewberry. Swamp dewberry, right? So they become this yummy little berry, and birds love it.
Watch out for the ant bed.
Oh, I thought they looked like a little blackberry.
Okay.
They look a lot like.
I thought those were blackberries, but they're swamp
Yes, they're called swamp dewberries. That's a green one.
I have those in my yard.
Yeah, the birds love these, right? They scoop the seeds everywhere.
Yeah,
and that's what they transplant. Yep. So the flowers are edible of this plant. The leaves are really sticky though, so you have to be careful. Okay, so look down here.
Clover.
This, Mom. And I noticed that it blooms in purple and also in yellow.
Yeah.
What is the difference of the colors? I mean, is it just soil acidity or?
No, they're actually two different plants.
Ah.
Okay, so this is violet wood sorrel, and it has the shamrock leaf to it, and I think that this is all of it growing through here. I'm not positive. So I see another flower.
That's edible.
That's right. That's right. It is edible. You want to pass around some flowers so people can eat it?
I heard it's like a
Violet wood sorrel.
Thank you.
And do I have it on here?
Oh, I got 3.
I don't have it on here.
Two, huh?
Violet wood sorrel.
Watch out for
So the
ants.
leaves are edible, and also the little flowers are edible.
Oh, you'll take a picture of it.
Doesn't it like clover? Yep. So
Thank you.
They look like clover. Yeah. There's its little. That's its leaf edible. Yes, the leaf is edible, but the flowers are better.
This is good.
That wood sorrel is like a lemony type of lemonade type of flavor.
Did everybody get some? Did everybody taste the flowers?
Good.
They're good, aren't they? So you can put those in salads. See this vine right here? Watch the ants, okay? Watch the ants right here. That vine here. Do y'all see it? This vine. And it has 5 leaves. It has 5 leaves. That's called Virginia creeper. Virginia creeper. It is not related to poison ivy.
Oh, yay.
A lot of people think it's poison ivy, but poison ivy only has 3 leaves, right?
Right.
And Virginia creeper has 5.
5 leaves, Virginia.
Is it good for anything?
Hello. See over here?
I can't remember.
You can go like
Let's see
this.
what I have. Okay. Yeah, we can chop that and put it on salad. The American Indians used the plant tea of Virginia creeper for jaundice and root tea for gonorrhea.
Oh my goodness. You said the
let's
leaf
see.
tea was for jaundice?
The whole plant, yep. It is astringent and diuretic. It doesn't taste too great as a tea. The berries may be toxic. And it can also be made into a tea for head lice. So it kills head lice.
The creeper.
That would be the whole plant. Look at that. Oh my God, look at that root. So this guy right here. Now some people, if you are very sensitive, if you are like a red-headed, sensitive person, you may get contact dermatitis from this. But otherwise, you can touch it and handle it. And but for some people, it will aggravate their skin.
Thank you. Oh, that's a healthy one.
White skin.
We wanted it more. Geranium.
I can get them without.
Ants.
It's really killing me.
The one that you're talking about, that little one, we see a lot of that everywhere we go.
Did you want another
The
one?
one that's
Sure.
see the little spiky leaves? It's got like a little
Shake them because I don't get ants on them.
Yeah, those
They
things
bite.
What'd you call that, Carolina? What?
Geranium.
Geranium. All right.
And what I love about this plant, it's so easy to identify, isn't it? It's like it has this really cool palm-shaped leaf, right? So watch that ant there. Please don't fall on that.
Back up, little boy. You're going to get eat with ants.
All right. And then it has this beautiful pink stem. Watch that. And what's it called? I'm sorry. Carolina geranium. So, and it kind of just goes like
everywhere.
this. Like, you know, it's real easy to pull out of the ground. So it's not like super invasive weed, which is nice.
It's all over my flower
It's a really
bed.
cool plant. And this has got a lot of astringent properties to it. And okay, you want to hang on, let people see it first, okay, before you cool it.
No, that's fine.
With a pink stem, and it's got like a lion's.
So you can eat those leaves?
Those are not that great.
No. Okay.
No, I don't particularly want to eat those. The root is high in tannin, and it's used to stop bleeding and to treat diarrhea and gum diseases. And you can gargle with it for throat diseases like thrush.
Oh, that's for capital babies.
And you can slice the root for tooth and gum infections. And it actually was growing in that lot over there, and we picked it, and now it has not come back. So this is a mullein, but it's called mullein virgatum. Can you spell that out?
Is it this?
Please do not pick it. Please do not pick it.
How do you spell
Virgatum?
Mullein, and the Latin is Thapsus virgatum. VIRGA.
Nobody has another extra pen, do they? On them?
Pencil.
No pencil?
Okay, so this is like the woolly mullein. You've heard of the woolly mullein? That's like the Boy Scout toilet paper.
Thank you. I'll get back to you.
Y'all know what I'm talking about?
It's
a woolly mullein.
Thank you.
So this is in that same family. So this plant is actually very good for the spinal cord and for muscle aches, and a lot of massage therapists will take this whole plant and make massage oils with it.
It's called the woolly mullein?
No, this one is called mullein virgatum.
M-U-L-L-I-U.
How you spell that though?
It's mullein. It's the mullein plant.
Mullein.
And then virgatum. V-I-R-G-A-T-U-M.
And the ones for mussels and
Very rare. You'll see it, but not a lot. Yeah, I have seen it.
Well, okay, how long will it grow before it blossoms out or seeds?
Okay,
or
so
whatever?
this is called a biennial, meaning the first year it doesn't flower at all, so it's in its second year, and typically it would get huge. But I think because it's in the shade back here, and I don't know how many times it's been mowed, that it's stunted its growth. But it is getting ready to flower, and once it flowers, hopefully we'll get a little bit more plants. They're yellow.
Just like that. So they get furrier on the leaves, or
Very furry.
It's still got furry
we have a
leaves.
lot of those in our yard.
They're very rare. Yeah, they're rare down there. You don't see them very often.
All right.
Plantain.
What is that? Cleaver?
Nature's Velcro. Yeah, cleavers. Where's my little?
That's plantain.
Yeah, but did it break? It's supposed to?
See how it sticks on you?
Let me see.
Little strings in it.
Yeah.
That's how you can tell it's plantain. And if you ever get a bug bite,
Yeah.
chew it up.
I had spider bites and all that.
Anything.
Snake bites. Yeah.
There's a bunch of it over there.
Planted that one?
Thank you for posing that for us.
This is the cleavers. Is that what you said? Cleavers, it sticks to you?
That's it. So what is it called?
All right. Well, take me a piece. I always get it confused with something else.
A word, something like that.
Thank you. Probably have it in your yard. Probably have this one in your yard. It'll be around probably for about a month or so, and then it just dies back, and then it doesn't come back until next spring. So, in terms of using it, it's used as a spring cleaner, right? So there's a lot of different herbs that are used for blood cleansing and spring cleaning, and this is one of them. This is one that's really good for the kidneys and the bladder, right? So you make a tea with this one.
You'd have to dry it.
You can use it fresh. Use it up fresh. I think it's better fresh myself.
Do you?
Than dried, yeah.
Do you add tea to it?
You can. It's pretty bland, doesn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, it's not unpleasant tasting. So you could add chickweed, you could add other herbs to it. Yeah, a little dandelion.
No? Okay.
So this is good for gravel, meaning it's kidney stones. It also has some anti-tumor activity in it, and it helps to lower blood pressure. Anybody on blood pressure medicine? Cleavers is good for lowering blood pressure, and it also has some anti-inflammatory properties to it. And let's see, the chickens, horses, cows, sheep, all will eat it. They all will graze cleavers, even though it has that sticky property, Velcro property to it. They still will eat it. And it's also added to beans, so it helps to minimize gas. So when you're cooking beans, you can add some cleavers to it.
Really?
And it helps with gas. It's kind of cool, right?
There is plantain.
There's the broadleaf. Go down here.
This one is a purple lettuce.
Does the broadleaf plantain grow down here?
Yes, it does. Yeah, not as much as the
I've seen this everywhere.
No, we even Velcro.
Oh, I see on the back of the spine. And this one doesn't. And this one is edible. And it is kind of milky though. It's probably it's already producing milk. So it's already yeah. You have to use the middle. This is not okay. So that's a pretty
Kind of gotten trampled.
So what's the deal when it produces milk? Because I got some arugula doing that.
Huh?
I got some arugula doing that.
Yeah, it's like it's going to seed. Right? So it already means it's too
Too late, too bitter.
It's not.
All right.
And
know, it sucks, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah.
you go to pick your lettuce and you're like, really? It's so pretty, and it's like, man, it tastes like.
Yeah.
I just put it in a smoothie.
Early stages. So the middle, like right, this little fresh leaf, that's what I would use. It's got nothing, because it's almost like Coke salad in a way. You don't want to use it all. You don't need Coke salad. It just is milky and sour. Yeah, so it's not that great. Okay, so prickly lettuce. You guys all see that one? And I'm sure we'll see more of these.
Mama, what is this?
And now this one I love. This
Yes, that's one of my favorites.
Sheep sorrel? This is called sheep sorrel. Sheep sorrel, and it's growing in my yard like a weed.
Yes, I have it.
And it comes up with these, this is all its seeds, right? So that's how it reseeds itself. And the identifying characteristic of this plant is when you look at the leaf, it looks like a sword.
Ah, okay.
And these are edible.
Fantastic.
It's yummy, actually.
I won't let my husband cut the yard
No,
until
not yet.
came here.
Even now, this is even flowering. These still taste really good. And that was pumpkin sheep sorrel. I'll pick some of the leaves so you guys can taste it. Pass it around.
Is every part of the sheep sorrel edible?
Yeah, actually.
What do you do with the root?
Wow.
So this plant, it has a
It's wonderful.
lemonade.
It's in the sorrel, so it's just like the
Make lemonade out
the
of that.
veg, or not the veg, the
Anybody want to taste?
the purple.
It's really yummy.
This one. The purple and the yellow.
A little bitter, but it's still got that lemon. Yeah, it's very flavorful.
I think it's good. Just make lemonade when you just steep it in hot water, add a little honey maybe. Yeah, it does. Okay, so this plant, the leaves can be poulticed after roasting them, so you can warm up the leaf. So you want to get the bigger leaves of this, and you can apply it to tumors and sebaceous cysts. That's pretty cool as well. And this plant, have you all heard of Essiac tea?
Yes. For cancer.
Essiac tea? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Yes. Essiac. This is one of the plants that are in it. Okay, so there's usually about 4 different plants that are in that tea for cancer, and this is one of them, right? And if you go to buy this, it's super expensive. It's like $50 a pound, and it grows like a darn weed here in Pensacola. So, really good. This is another spring clean plant, right? This is something you could add to your cleavers tea. You could just pick the leaves and add them. You could take the root and do the same thing. So this is a great one for blood cleansing. And let's see what else I want to tell you about it. It's also good for ringworm externally. You can chop it up if somebody has ringworm and put it on there, and also for boils. So it's got a lot of medicinal. This is a very strong medicinal plant to know. So when you're eating it, please thank it, because it has some really great stuff for our bodies.
So is that one getting ready to flower?
Yes, this is its flowers.
Oh,
That is its flower.
That is its flower.
Okay.
Is that the one where the flowers taste like pepper?
Yeah.
And what else?
No, we'll find some of them though.
Thank you.
Watch that thing right
What's the
there.
goldenrod?
Don't trip.
Yep.
It's right here.
And then this is all blueberry all through here. Oh, like you guys can come back here in the north. We're going to chow down. Hop clovers. And this is a clover. Yeah, see it? Well, they're not that great. I mean, you can eat them, but they're not that great. Bush hop clover. What do you think? The purple ones, they're not really edible.
Ones when they turn blue.
Yeah, they're just getting old. Yeah, they're just getting old. If I have anything on it. Moss verbena, the purple ones. Moss verbena. I'm looking to see if I have any. Evening primrose.
Oh, okay.
And it spreads this way. Notice how it makes a mat. It's not this plant. That's the hop clover, right?
That's the first thing we want to know.
All right, this one right here. And then it flowers at night. So if you're walking out at night, you'll see all the yellow flowers in bloom, which is, I just love this plant. And it's pretty easy to pull.
What'd you call it? Cut leaf evening promise?
Cut leaf evening primrose.
Primrose.
So, we have the evening primrose that grows up high that they take the oil from. Well, this is in that same family. And the American Indians used the root tea for obesity. Hang on. Let people take pictures. The root tea for obesity. And recent research suggests that the seed oil may be used for eczema.
The yellow flower?
The leaves are demulcent and slightly astringent. So when you pick a leaf, they have a little... They can be a little snotty sometimes. This one's not too snotty.
Excuse me. Which part is for eczema?
Eczema, the leaf, and then the seed part. So we don't. There's no seed yet. And now it feels snotty. So it just took a little while.
Is that what demulcent means?
Yeah, demulcent is mucilaginous, or kind of snotty feeling.
Mama.
But let's see what else I have about the roots are edible with this plant. And you can also eat the leaves, and it has to be the smaller leaves, right? So when they're first blooming, coming out, you can eat the smaller ones, not the bigger leaves. And yes, we'll see lots more of this plant. Daisy fleabane. Okay. And since I only see one of these, I don't want anybody to pick it. And this plant tea is used for diarrhea and for diabetes. Daisy fleabane.
B-A-I-N? B-A-N-E?
B-A-N-E. Okay. Daisy fleabane.
Take a picture of that one. I think we saw it. I love that in Louisiana.
And yes, you will. Yep. And it turns pink. It'll have like a pinkish tinge to it also.
So I was going to see about that. I couldn't find it in my book here. And I didn't eat any of it. I guess you could.
It's not that great. But you can make a tea with it. And it's good for also painful urination.
Prostate problems, probably. Well, your UTIs or something, maybe?
Yeah, and it helps stop hemorrhaging of stomach, bowels, and bladder. Oh. Even nosebleeds. Daisy fleabane. Okay, don't pick that one, y'all. Okay. What was it?
Wild lettuce.
But that's just one side. So.
Goldenrod.
I'd like to find a big patch of them.
Goldenrod.
And I've been
It's crimson clover.
Okay. Wow.
Crimson clover. Yeah, y'all know that song?
Okay, we're telling our age. We're 39 whole. So do I.
I need more of those that generation.
Whoa, come on. Hey, pay attention.
Right here. Audrey Dixon. Yes.
Are you Audrey?
Yes.
You in the drawing?
Oh, cool. Thank you. I had no idea there was a drawing. Thank you. Yeah, whatever.
Clover
You need to stop by the
pretty much escaped
Thank you.
from somebody's hobby farm. And again, this is another one that's planted in the fall, and then they till it under, and it holds nitrogen in the soil, so really good for beans and corn. So when they're planting things that need a lot of nitrogen, that's what they plant. And there's not too many, you won't see too many patches of crimson clover in Pensacola. This is one.
Wow.
Rabbit slogan.
Yeah, rabbit seed.
Oh, okay. All right. That sounds good.
You know, it's also the herb class we took, the medicine cabinet class we took Thursday. They actually used some of the dried crimson clover in one of our tinctures that we use.
Oh, wow.
And you know, about 6 years ago when they came out and redid the roadways and things, they were working on this. And when they did the hillside, all of it was red clover. It was the whole side.
Yeah, last year, I remember.
And now. One of the medium. All right, let me take a picture of you guys. I got y'all.
Thorny plant? Oh, that's the one you're talking about.
Blue
It's got a
vervain.
square stem to it, and it is blooming in here somewhere, so we have to find one that's blooming.
What is the short? What is this?
Yes.
Okay, that's what you're talking about? Does it have like needles and it's stinging? No. This is the came up on the side of my trailer.
That's red. Okay, the red.
Yeah, it's like
Gotcha.
Vervain. Blue vervain is this one here. Okay, so we'll walk around and see. It has a really neat flower to it.
This is not part of that.
There's some, but it's dead.
I don't think that's dead. I think it's the frost.
There's some, but the
There you go. That's what I want. So y'all can see its growth habit over here. What is it? Yeah, this is a nervine.
Yeah, just
so
like
it's really good for the nerves.
flowers don't look that great, but
yeah. So this is
what you're talking about.
yeah, and it's still. I want to see the purple flower. There's like a purplish blue flower that goes with it, and I saw some the other day. So we'll just have to walk around and see. And let's see, it's called square.
Because it has a square. I mean, wow.
Yeah, you look at it and it's got a square. See how it is? The pocket.
Yeah, tiny pockets.
Yeah, in a square.
And the stems are square.
Yeah, the white flowers are arranged in a square, and they're chickweed. You haven't seen a chickweed. It's chickweed-like, and it is actually a native plant to the coastal area here. I don't know what it's used for yet. All I found out is its Latin name and its what it's called. So I haven't found any medicinal properties to it yet. That's kind of cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just the way that the flowers are so symmetrical and everything.
It's amazing.
And look how the leaf hugs the stem like that. Like that's so different, isn't it?
House, so dig out the garden.
Yep. So yeah, we will go in the cultivated. Let me see if you can see the line of hairs. Okay, so if you. All right, so I'll pass this around, and you can see the one line of hairs, and then and then it switches. All right, so that's how you know that you have the plain chickweed.
Right down here.
Oh, right there. Yeah. Mixed in here with the clovers. And you make a tea out of this for you can make a tea. You can eat this plant. This plant is really good. Just, I mean, it's bland. It doesn't really have a lot of flavor to it. Anybody?
I got that in my yard. I know it. Is that the leaves or except the
This is the one you made.
Yeah, I want to see when you. Go ahead.
I've seen it.
So are y'all seeing the hair?
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. Really cool.
But that's how you identify it. And in my garden, it's disturbed, right? And it's just growing all in my raised bed. It's amazing. So it must know that I love it, and I pick it, and I just picked a bunch of it.
But it doesn't last. It's only spring.
Yep, only spring. Yep. So you have to pick it now and dry it, and then you can use it. That way. For fevers, for any, it's really good for vaginal yeast infections, any kind of anything that itches. So in the salad, it's really good that way.
So say the name of the tea. Chickweed. I know it's chickweed, but make it less tea.
Yeah, sure.
Look at that plantain.
It's really good just fresh.
Dang.
I like it fresh.
Look at that one. That plantain.
Oh yeah, look, there's a big plantain. And what was the other one? We didn't see coriander pepper.
He was looking for dandelion.
Yeah, so how many did we identify? Anybody number them?
About 26 is what I took pictures of, but I think we did more than that in identification.
Okay.
Probably about 35.
Oh, very good. Very good.
I think they want to make a lot of ointments and stuff. Oh, I see a bunch of sheep sorrel out there.
Male and female.
Now that I know the difference.
All the way around, and even on the leaf.
And instead of the one.
What's
So
that?
you don't want to use the fuzzy chicken.
Right. I may have eaten it. It won't kill you.
No, it won't kill you. It won't kill you, but it's actually it's like.
Yeah.
It's not as good as. These are the This is the onions flowering, you guys.
Is it?
Really? So those those are the wild onions.
Right.
Right here. Those are all flowering. So they're kind of cool too. And you can eat those too, right? Those flowers. Well, if we were trying to, they could eat one. Yes. That's right. Yeah.
You see them all over the road, don't you?
Like that. Those bulbs are really strong. Yeah, they're really strong. starting to think my yard's going to be this whole bunch of little square sections of, you know. Yep.
Kind of how mine yard is. Yeah. So I think there's some tea left if anybody would like any tea. Yeah. And if you want to look at any of the books. So I'll hang around a little bit if anybody has any questions.
We'll sign up for some of that.
Thank you.
I'm curious of the flower. I don't see